Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could do a little try on / review of the new Iggy Azalea and BH Cosmetics collab, the Totally Plastic collab. I'm very excited. Don't forget to like this video, make sure you subscribe, and turn on that bell so that way you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and do my base and my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did just want to pop back in for a second because I completely forgot that there is a sponge in this collection. I did already get it wet, so I'm going to use it for my concealer. It did come with like this cute little case that it can fit into when it's dry because while it's wet, it's not fitting in there. Just gonna apply my concealer. And I'm just going to use the pointed end to blend out the concealer. It is a very soft sponge. It's not hard at all, especially after you wet it. It's doing a really good job at blending out the concealer, which I haven't really ran across a sponge that gives me issues with that, but I know that there are some that do. It is a little big for the under eyes, like right in the corner there, but because it is so soft, it is easy to mush it down, you know what I mean? Plus, not everybody has the same eye shape or size as I do. Okay, now that we're all blended in, I have no complaints from the sponge. I actually really like it. I will probably be using it again. I'm going to go do the rest of my face and we'll come back to use this Totally Snatched palette in a minute. Okie dokie, so I went ahead and set my whole face and did my brows off camera. Now it's time to dip into the palette. This packaging, by the way, like, look at that. Stunning. This is what it looks like. And I think the name of this is Totally Snatched. It's just a 6-color face palette. If I'm not mistaken, they only have this one palette. They didn't have like multiple different palettes. That's what the inside looks like. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into this shade right here and bronze my skin. I don't know how pigmented these are, so I'm going to start off with a big like fluffy brush. It's a pretty nice color. It's got a decent amount of pigment to it, like you can definitely see it, but it's not like overbearing, at least with a big like fluffy brush. I'm sure if you wanted more pigment, you could use a more dense brush, and it would probably pick up a lot more and also be a lot more pigmented. But so far it's blending beautifully. If I'm not mistaken, it looks matte. It's doing a very good job at bronzing. I'm glad I went with the lightest bronzing-ish color out of that bottom row because the others are definitely way too dark for me. But I like that I have that option that I can go darker if I need to for times when I do self-tan. I'm going to take a little bit and put it on the sides of my nose. I don't really contour my nose or anything. or my face just in general. That's why I like take the big brush and just go onto it. Okay, that looks pretty good for now. Then I might take just a little powder brush and I'm going to dip in between these two lighter shades right here, because like this one's a little bit more yellow toned and then this one is more pink toned, and I'm gonna dust that under my eyes and see how it looks. There's a slight difference, but because I already set my under eyes with a like brightening powder, like a brightening loose powder, it doesn't really show too much of a difference. And then we can actually take, I'm going to take the sponge and I'm going to dip into the lightest shade and try to kind of like, I don't know, like set under my eyes but with the sponge. Let's see what that looks like. I like using my sponge for powders like this because it does make it look a little bit more skin-like and not so powdery, especially because I do damp my sponge. Let's go ahead and do the other side. It is a very nice formula. It definitely brightened a good bit, like you can tell over here next to my nose. Especially on days like today when I'm just like playing with makeup, I'm not actually going anywhere. I don't care to like throw on a bunch of stuff even if it looks crazy, because that means I get to test more products for you guys, but also no one's gonna see me. Except for the teachers at the school pickup line, which sometimes when I roll up there with a full face of makeup, they kind of just look at me like, I really like this powder. And I'm just going in and adding more and more and more, and it's not looking cakey at all, which I really like. Definitely recommend the sponge. I did find it funny though, because I watched her videos, you know, with like other influencers and stuff, and she was talking about how she was only supposed to do like one eyeshadow palette, and she ended up coming out with like 12 different products, which like, that's so me. I wouldn't know how to like just choose between like one or two things, especially if you have like this many ideas, you know. That looks really good. So what else do we have? I'm gonna look up the price of these because I don't remember what I paid for it. I got it at Ulta. Okie dokie. The sponge is $7, which it comes with the case, so that's not bad at all. The face palette we just used was $19. That's not horrible, I don't think, especially because the quality was actually really good and I do like it. Then, let's see. I think the next thing that I got that we can use is the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go ahead and do my blush and eye primer off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, have my eye primer on, my blush on. Now it's time for the eyeshadow palette. I paid $17 for the eyeshadow palette. It is a 9-color palette. This is what it looks like. I chose the blue fur one. That's what the packaging looks like. I just want to keep all of the unicorns and everything. They're all so freaking pretty. That's what the inside of the palette looks like. It's super pretty. I think I'm just going to stick to the blues. These were actually really buttery. I just did one swatch, one swipe. I didn't go over it a couple of times. Okay, this blue, the darker blue, looks like it has some shimmer in it, but I'm going to use it as if it didn't. So I'm just going to take a small brush, the M456. I'm going to dip into the dark blue. I did leave my eyeshadow base wet. And I'm going to tap this on the outer corner. Go ahead and zoom you in. That is really, really pretty. I am getting a little bit of fallout. That's fine. As long as it doesn't stain my face, it's okay. Now I'm going to take another brush, a M433, and I'm going to dip into this color right here. And I'm going to start patting it this way. And over the edge. Now just ever so lightly blending, because this is a early 2000s eyeshadow palette slash collab. I wanted to like do the whole icy blue look. I do appreciate though that even though that this is supposed to be like a blue themed palette, that there are other shades in the palette that you can use, because in my opinion that makes the palette a lot more user friendly. Try not to use too much of the dark blue as well, because that was kind of the thing. It was always the icy bright blue. Now I'm going to dip actually back into the face palette. I'm going to take the lightest shade and I'm going to try to help blend the outer edge. I still have a little bit of work I want to do on that dark blue. So let me dip a little bit into that light blue that we were using. And I'm just going to go on top of it and try to blend out the edges a little bit more. I'm going to put the tip of my brush into the dark blue, knock it off, and then put a little bit of the light blue again, and just put it right here. Like I said, I'm trying to be gentle with how much darkness I add because I do want it to be the bright icy blue. I'm loving this. Oh, I'm loving this so much. It's gonna be another one of those days where I roll up in the school line and they're like, I'm not your average mom, I'm a cool mom. I didn't say that. We're gonna ignore that I said that. Okay. Now I'm not gonna cut my crease, but I am going to use a like flat little cat paw brush. And I'm going to dip into the silver to make it super icy. I'm just going to start packing it on. Oh my god. I'm going to bring it all the way into the inner corner right here and up. I'm just going to stamp it also over the edge of that dark blue. This helps like lighten it up a little bit, but also blend it just a little bit more. I'm going to dip my finger into the silver shade and just plop it down like right there. Because of my nail, you see I can't really go into the inner corner. That's why I use the brush first. I'm going to take just like a flat top brush and I'm going to dip into the dark blue and very carefully apply it to the underneath. going to dip back into that light blue, and I'm going to put it on the tip of the brush. And look up and blend the edges. These are actually blending very, very easily. I don't think I've tried anything from BH Cosmetics. Just connecting the top to the bottom. Would have thought about it, I would have picked up a blue eyeliner. I don't have one. Okie dokie. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back for the eyelashes. Okay, so I went ahead and did my liner and some mascara. I also went ahead and did my lips. The next thing that we have to play with is the lashes that she came out with. That's what they look like. I will most definitely have to trim a good bit of this off because my eyes are not that big. I'm gonna measure. Yeah, these are massive. I have to trim off about that much, maybe. When trimming lashes, always start off with a smaller amount than you think, so that way you can always trim more if you need to. If you trim off too much, you can't add it back. I ended up cutting off that much, a good bit. The lashes were $9. I'm just gonna use some clear glue. You always want to cut from the outer corner of the lash rather than the inner corner, because most of the time that's just what looks best. If you cut off the inner corner, especially on lashes that are supposed to be shorter on the inner corner and longer on the outer corner, it's just going to look way too dramatic of a break between your lashes and your fake lashes. Also, if you have issues applying lashes, you could always cut them up into like thirds or so, like measure it to your eye and cut off that excess and throw it away, and then you can always cut it into like thirds or so, so that way it's less that you have to apply at a time. While that lash glue is getting tacky, I'm going to go ahead and do the lip gloss. This is what it looks like. Isn't it so cute? Brady wants it because of the little fluff ball on it. The lip gloss is $14, and this just comes apart, and then you pull out your little gloss. I got the clear gloss, or like, it's got shimmer in it, but it's like colorless. Does that make sense? Okay. They are Oral Fixation High Shine Glosses is like the name of it. The glosses, like all the colors. And then the color that I got is I'm Psychic. It's clear with blue-green iridescent flecks. That was a little confusing. Oh. It's got a big doe foot. So I don't mess up my lipstick, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to tap it on with my finger. It's really pretty so far though. That's what it looks like. Then I'm just going to take it with my finger. I'm going to do my ring finger. Ooh. Can you tell? That is so pretty. It's very thick too, but it doesn't feel gloppy. I'm not going to put it like on the center of my lips though, like on the inside rim. Ooh. The glitter alone just makes me feel like a child because I'm like staring at it like, ooh, pretty. It doesn't feel gloppy or anything, even though it did seem like a thicker formula. Everything so far is working amazing. The blue, I did have a little bit of issues of blending, but that's a blue for you. So I'll definitely try out the other colors and let you know formula wise. She does have, I want to say it's 3 different palette color themes. Like I got the blue one, I know there's a pink one, and I know there's a purple one. But I think there's only 3. I can't remember though. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to put these on. I am not good at putting on lashes. These are very pretty lashes. They seem like they're very good quality. And for $9, that's not bad at all. That's what one looks like. Not quite sure if these lashes have like an actual like name, but I see Too Good For You false lashes. Says they're vegan. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Sound off in the comments down below what you think. I think honestly everything that I tried from this collection worked beautifully. I definitely recommend it. If you want to get it, go right ahead. I think it's only sold in Ulta and on BH Cosmetics. I'm not completely sure though. I'll leave the links down below if it is still available. Don't forget to like this video, make sure you subscribe, and also turn on that bell so that way you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!